Right. Hello, everybody. Pablo. Y'all know what time it is? Oh, hell yeah. Alexito, Ishan, Musatak, Gadozian. Welcome. Ringer. You came first, just got out for a sec. Well, you didn't say anything first. It's about who says something first, because that way you can actually prove it. Abbas, welcome. You just skipped homework. For what? For this? Don't do that. Lewis, your first time on stream? Well, welcome. How are you? Ran. Okay. 115 there. That's crazy. Speaking of 115, well, not really 115, but just speaking of being up late, I was up till like 7 a.m. yesterday. So, yeah. That was fun. Is that a single... It looks like a single Hornet 16 or maybe 12 on a Panther. That is ridiculous. You're doing homework? I won't go look at that. I'm doing alright, thank you. Oh, disc launchers ever. Those do really well. Like, it doesn't make a lot of sense, but I know disc launcher's a good weapon. I'm kind of surprised how well it does on Zephyr specifically. I mean, obviously it only works because there's no mods. Because, like, the enemies don't have mods. It's like, I very much doubt I could use a disc launcher Zephyr on my main account and get good results with it, but I mean, maybe. To be fair, I haven't really tried. Cryo. I got you. Watch, he's gonna go out. Completely avoid the shield. Go die. Oh no, he killed him. Good job. Screw kill shot. Oh yeah, definitely. Most overrated mag. Oh, this poor fella. This poor soul. Nah, he's cooked. Bye-bye. You've Quantum Gun 8 on Paragon? And I hope you don't mean 2 of them. If you have 2 of them, then you've made some pretty bad upgrade decisions. You've played this game before? Well, yeah. I would assume most people watching have played, and that's why they're watching. But I suppose in some cases it's not even true. He's probably dead to that, yeah. And then this guy might kind of get me. I'm gonna use this little fence here. There you go. You don't know why the game is giving you maxed bots and players while you're at 8 KSP? It's probably because you have like one thing that's maxed out. So the game sees that, or like you have one build that's either maxed or really close to maxed. And the game's like, ah yeah, this guy's got maxed stuff. $8 KSP, it's very possible. You just bought 12 Energy Eclipse. Ah, so you got the one that was like, what, 10 bucks? This one right here? Yep. Good deal. Hello. This stupid, like, loading bug thing. It keeps me from... It keeps me from inviting people, it keeps me from accepting invites, and it keeps me from declining invites. And it also keeps me from collecting rewards. So I'm just gonna restart that game, bro. That's super annoying. They fixed it for a little bit. It wasn't a problem for a little bit, and then I'm right back at it. Is this the only guy? Both of you guys are a little bit weak. Really? Server maintenance? 40 acorns away from Surger Eclipse. Which should you get? You know what? I'll do you a favor. Do you a favor. I'm editing a video. Not like literally right now, but like it's a project that's being edited right now. Currently. I'm in the process of making a video that's literally just surgery clips, because that's a question everybody asks. So, if you want to save your acorns for like, I don't know, 2 or 3 days at most, should be fine. Yeah, video should be on by then. The game hates you today, apparently. We'll find out. Don't forget to like. That would be appreciated, yeah. It is one of those things where it's like, I think a lot of people kind of don't think about it, because when you pull up a stream, the first thing that shows up is the chat, and it blocks the like button. So yeah. Did you use the promo code? Yeah. Oh, I forgot to. One thing I didn't do. I always forget to go here. I want the shotgun 4 and the shotgun 2. When I go here to buy credits, buy blueprints, it's kind of I hate doing this, by the way, because it's kind of wasteful. It means that I'm like every single day I'm wasting at least 2,000 credits on blueprints for stuff that I will not use. I will never use this stuff, and I'll never upgrade this stuff. But in the random small chance that maybe I do want to upgrade it, what I end up doing is I always buy the items that are the lowest rank and the lowest energy. That way, if I wanted to I could rank them up, and it would cost a very, very small amount of acorns. So basically what I'm doing is I'm trying to set myself up for, like, if there's a rank up task that I really, really want the reward from, then I can just rank up one of these extremely low rank, low energy weapons, and it'll cost me basically nothing to do it. But in order to do that, you have to make sure you have the blueprints to be able to upgrade it. So yeah, I always get the blueprints for those, because those are the ones that I would actually consider ranking up. Is there anybody that's been offline for a week? Except for you, you're on Plarium Play. I doubt it. I think there's just too many people in the 4 to 8K range for inventory power. I might have to shrink that range down a little bit. You find it funny I haven't completed the Juggernaut objective? Well, why would I? It gives me 50 acorns, but it costs like 7 times as much. It's like 350 acorns, isn't it? That doesn't seem like a good deal. I already know Juggernaut's not worth getting. I didn't get Puma either. Are you doing no excuses 2v2 tourney? I liked that because that was basically just their way of being like, yeah, you guys can tank all you want. It's just gonna... The winners are just gonna be tankers. Guys, you already know. I don't know. I felt it strange that they didn't put any rules or anything to even, like, attempt to keep people from tanking. It was literally just like, nah, if you're tanking and you win, it's skill. But... whatever. I mean, I assume other people joined, so... some people don't have a problem with it. I don't plan on joining a 2v2 tournament a lot, pretty much at all, though. There's another 2v2 tournament that I think is going on as well. There's the Noble one, which is a tournament. The Noble tournament. Ow. Okay, fair enough. Yeah, nice. EM16. The Noble tournament is one that I actually have participated in before, but that was like a CPC-based tournament. So, like, if I was going to join one, it would be that one, because I've already had, like, I've already done that one, and I've had, you know, good experiences with that in terms of, like, the management. They seem very professional. That is kind of, like, one of the bigger problems that I'm seeing nowadays. It's like everybody, all of like the tournament organizers. I feel like a lot of times it's just like you get into like very personal arguments with people. Yeah, okay, well. I'm probably gonna lose this one actually. But yeah, I mean, I get it. It is difficult. I try to stay, you know, pretty professional in a lot of cases. I mean, unless it's just like a random stupid conversation, but I typically try to stay kind of professional in my own server, you know, even if it's not like a tournament organizing server. But yeah, it doesn't always happen. But I do think it's like I do think it's important, you know. It's one of those things where it's like you can't just overlook it. What mech you buying now? Orion or Panther? Orion. I already have a mech that works similar to Panther. That's Aegis. I don't really need another one. Well, I mean, that's... I could use another one. In fact, I plan on getting both. But I don't desperately need... Like, I'm not in desperate need of a Panther right now. Yeah, this guy just rinsed my entire team with that one build. I'm not really surprised. I do wonder if he was tanking, but he definitely didn't need to be. He could have just been chilling. Yeah. I could have had him. The reason that I lost is because I died with my Aegis way too quickly. And that should not have happened. Wow, the fact that that bot still beat him. It should not have happened. Oh, he had all kinds of stuff. Yeah, nah. Maybe I'll run into him again and I'll beat him. Do you get rewards for the 2v2 event? What do you mean? Tournament thing. Oh, the 2v2 tournament? Probably. I don't know. Usually. I haven't known a tournament to not give any rewards in a long time. I mean, like, I'm sure it has happened, but... Most tankers appear in tournaments? Well, yeah, it's because it's an opportunity to basically cheat for... and get rewards for it. Why would you cheat if you're not getting rewards? it's the most, gives people the most reason to want to cheat, essentially. I was gonna say Joshy, but that's not what it says. It's Josie. Alright then. Oh, he's got a salver friend, really? Okay, there you go. There he is. I want to kill him. What is that? Yeah, it's annoying. It's alright. You're not gonna be able to kill me. I'm not gonna be able to kill you. I'll just kill the other guy instead. Oh, he's making a run. He's so cooked, dude. I don't know why he made a run for that. He's getting Stormwreck cooldown for $2.50. A good idea. Stormwreck reload. I mean, if you're willing to spend the $2.50, yeah, go ahead. That is very cheap, yeah. Like, normally it'll cost you like $30 worth of acorns, so. You also tank in tournaments? Yeah. Most people do. Everybody likes to make excuses for it. Bye-bye. Okay. You only tank because you need the rewards, yeah. And I'm sure you deserve the rewards more than other people do. After all, you are a very skill-based tanker boy. No, it's just stupid. Like, if you tank, then, like, yeah, whatever. That's your own thing, but don't try to justify it, dude. Like, it just makes you look pathetic. You tank because you want to get more stuff easier, and you think that other people's efforts aren't as important as your efforts. So, whatever. Redeemer is basically a mixture of Seeker and Eclipse. It's more like Deathwalker. Deathwalker clears off status effects when it revives. I'm gonna get you guys one of these days. I don't know who you're talking to. But I believe it. Oh, I got that stupid thing again. Long arm taking in ages from full HP to 32 HP is crazy. I wasn't at full HP though, I was at like half HP. I lost like half of my HP to the Ares right at the start. I don't know if you remember that. If you're talking about me. But yeah, no, those long arms were probably... Those long arms were probably pretty high level. They typically are. The number of, like, the number of high-level long arms, yeah, rank 3, rank 4. The number of high-level long arms I see is actually kind of crazy. Thank you. Try Orion and Podguns in free-to-play. It's OP. I mean, I would if I had the A coins to buy Orion. But I don't right now. I will get it. I will get it. Don't worry. People are like, do more stuff on your free-to-play. Like, make more free-to-play videos. But it's like, What do you want me to just like what do you want me to do? Just like conjure resources out of nothing? Like, I usually make free-to-play videos based on when I get stuff, like getting something on the account and then using it. But I have to get those resources first. Gotta get them somehow. Can't get them that quickly. I think a lot of people do just assume that there's just like some hack, some easy way to get a lot of A-coins or credits as a free-to-play player really quickly. It doesn't exist. It doesn't exist. It's not a thing. It would be nice, but it's not a thing. Okay, get him, boys. He's a nerd. You shouldn't have done that, buddy. Use Orion and pod guns, so good. Oh yeah. No, I believe it. I believe it. Pod gun Orion is probably the best Orion build, especially at this SP. Hey there, buddy. How are ya? But yeah, I know it's really, really strong. But the more I use this build specifically, the more I realize that, like, dang, the protection that the Aegis has, as well as just like the raw HP, is so freaking useful. And to scrap that for even more damage that is maybe a little bit overkill, I don't know if it'll be worth it, actually. My icon's still there, I don't know why. So yeah, I don't know. I'll definitely try the Orion, but I may end up deciding that ultimately the better build is actually the Aegis. It's very possible. Stop that. You suck. Oh. Yeah, it's always a no, man. That Gatecrasher has Hellfire. Yeah, I know, bro. He had a single Hellfire and a single Howler, I think. It's kind of... That is definitely a build of all time. My man has made commitments. Yeah, nah, he's just gonna 2-tab me, bro. Literally, this Ember Gun Nomad, I can't do anything about it, dude. I can try to kill him at range, but that's it. Now I'm dead. Really? Yeah, no, I'm dead. That's crazy. I mean, I'm not surprised. That is kind of what happens. I really need... The problem is that... Oh, wow. I didn't even do the best on my team. That's kind of sad. Really? Really? You had a Revoker Nomad and you did basically nothing. That's insane. But the Podgun Aegis is basically my counter to almost everything. And I usually start with it because that's just like the mech that I use the entire match and I basically never die. But in the event that it does die, it causes me a lot of problems because then, like, Yeah, my main mech is gone. I have no range. I have no protection, really. It's my counter to most things. And I probably could have killed that Nomad with the pot gun ages. I do think so. I've killed plenty of Nomads with this. But yeah, it died pretty quickly. I don't know if it... I mean, in that specific match, yes, it probably would have been better if I started with the Redeemer, but I don't know if, like, logically, is that the best mech to start with? I do think starting with the Aegis is probably still the best idea on that map. Who is it? This guy? Yeah. Aw. I'll run into him again, probably. Plarium doesn't want to fix the Acorn problem because they're happy with the small player base that spends. It's probably true. It's an interesting conversation. There's some correlation, but I do think people overstep it. And the thing that I'm talking about is affordability versus player base, right? I think what people think is that if they just reduced the cost of stuff, they'd get way more players and thus their overall revenue would go up. That's not necessarily true. If they reduce the cost of stuff, even if they get more players, they could very well still get less revenue. So they do have to keep that in mind, obviously. They have to be careful. I'm not saying that it's not way too expensive. It definitely is. But yeah, I think to some degree it's just a matter of, like, they don't want to lose a bunch of money, and reducing the cost of stuff could lose them a bunch of money. I do think that there's just not really that many players. Yeah, there's not a whole lot of players in the game. And so they are kind of relying on some big spenders in order to keep themselves afloat. There's no way this game is doing that well. I don't think so. My ID? Yeah, no, my ID is in the description. Star, thank you for that. Why is Nomad so glazed? It's just really... I mean, all dash mechs are just, like, stupidly easy to use. And they're extremely strong with close quarters weapons, because the only downside that a close quarters weapon has is that it doesn't have good range. And if you can completely remove that downside by just using a dash mech, then, well, guess what you're left with? A weapon that basically has no downsides. That's what makes Revokers so strong. But dash mechs are kind of the only ones that do that. Like, there's no... I can't think of any other weapon that has a downside that you can just completely remove with a certain mech ability that isn't just a dash mech. Maybe Seeker too, but... yeah. Like, the range is the only downside that you can actually actively just remove, that you can get rid of. All of the other ones kind of aren't really in your control, I think. I mean, I suppose technically there's, like... low burst damage weapons you could deal with by... wow, okay. Bye-bye. You could deal with by using like a shielded mech or let's say like slow DPS weapons or like sort of low DPS weapons you could deal with by putting on like a boosted mech. Only a new gen meme could make it famous. That might be true. I'm at tier 6 and you're stuck at tier 5. Well, it's probably because you made some bad purchase decisions. I don't know. You bought 2 weapons yesterday, Revoker 10 and Particle Beam 10. I'm loving one of them and regret buying the other one. You can probably guess which one I regret buying. Yeah, probably the one that I keep telling everybody, don't freaking get it, dude. 11k. So at the moment, because I'm only like 3k SP, I'm only accepting invites from people who are between 4 and 8,000 inventory power. Because they have pretty much the same SP, or similar SP. And yeah. I already, like, my friends list is already full with those people. So, yeah, kind of having problems. I might even have to shrink that. You're gonna be waiting for a while? Yeah, I mean, maybe. I'll get Orion soon. I'll be able to replace one of these stupid rare mechs. And then I'll get Panther at some point, be able to replace the other one. Once I get some of that stuff, it might jump me up to, like, maybe, like, 3,500. I'm slowly climbing. You're bad? Nah, I mean, like, if you didn't know. Alright, let's not use the Aegis first. That seems to not be working very well. How'd you give Faye? There was a weird offer for Aequines. It was like 3,000 Aequines. It gave me a bunch of pilot marks, a bunch of implant parts, the Faye pilot, as well as Fuse Mortar 8. And I got that pretty early on. I don't really use any of them anymore, but yeah. The Fuse Mortar was really strong for a little while, though. What is that sound, bro? Oh, pfft. The bot just has a parasite. Just like, hi, I'm here too. Okay, bye-bye. Is that other player with the Lancer dead? I think he is. Okay, bye-bye. Okay, bye-bye. Wow. No, I didn't kill him. That's crazy. That's a parasite. Come on, bot. Get out of the way. There you go. Thanks. Jeez. 20k inventory power is going to take a hot minute. Yeah, probably. 20k inventory power is more around my main account. I'm gonna wait for my 10 to reload. He can't see me, and he does have Helix Rack. Oh, no, never mind. I was gonna wait so I could just guaranteed kill him with a 10, but I didn't need to because he's low HP. I got him with a 6. Oh, the suppressors. Oddfish, hello, how are you? I might be cooked. Please, dude. Ah! Stupid bot, dude. Freaking makes his way up there and kills me. While my teammate's not doing nothing. They're basically all dead though, so I think it should be fine. Yeah, you're cooked. And this guy also... That's a bot. Cool. TMO. Hello. How are you? Oh, it took a minute. You bought 758 coins for 35 cents. Very nice. Anyone else agree that bots just pop out of nowhere waiting to cause chaos? Yeah, no, they know when they're not wanted. Bro, I got that stupid bug again, dude. Both of you, one too weak, one too strong. I just have to keep restarting the game. This is ridiculous. Particle Beam is the best legendary weapon, maybe Carbine, but whatever, changed my mind. I think you changed your own mind. Average SP to join my clan. Well, it's mostly just, like, within the inventory power range. Like I said, 4 to 8k. But you already said that you tank, so I don't really want you in. Imagine they had an offer where you buy 500 Acorns with 33,500 credits. That is such a specific number. What do you mean? I hate it when the game does that. It happens to me during a battle. What do you mean, like, forces you to restart? I've had times where it freezes, the game freezes, but... I don't know what you're talking about. At this point, no one accepts me because I tank. Well, yeah, that is what tanking is. That is what tanking is. It's basically... I lose all valid reputation. I lose any positive reputation that I have, but I get more acorns. That's what tanking is. Like, you can just I'm not gonna sit here and try to tell you, oh no, you can't do that, or try to stop you from tanking. But you're not gonna sit there and tell me that I should appreciate you for tanking. Or that I should be okay with it, right? It's called social consequence, right? And it's very interesting. I think a lot of people these days, they want the benefit of tanking, but then they don't understand why people don't like them. It's like, it's because you're tanking, dude. That's just what happens. Tanking is basically cheating. Nobody wants to associate with those people. I mean, tanking is considered cheating in, like, official Plarium events and whatever. That's why, like, if you try to enter any of if you tried to enter, like, the Revoker Challenge... Hi. If you try to enter the Revoker Challenge and you were tanking, then they probably denied your entry because, yeah. That's just what happens. I mean, like, it is their fault for allowing it in the game. That's why it exists. The reason it exists is because the game doesn't, like, they don't ban people or anything for it, which they should. And that's the reason that I'm not going to try to sit here and tell you, oh no, you can't do that. You absolutely can. You can do it. If the game allows it, then I'm not going to try to tell you that you can't do it. But again, it's called social consequence, you know. Tanking is illegal. No, I don't think tanking is illegal. I mean, by tanking, you're ruining a lot of other people's matches, and most people have been affected by tanking at one point or another, so I don't know why anyone would be okay with it. Unless they're also tanking. What does tanking mean? It's basically SP dropping. I'm trying to think of another word for it. It's when people use really, really strong stuff with a bunch of other weak stuff in order to get weaker enemies, just so that they can get really easy matches. That's basically it. And a lot of people do it. A lot of people do that so that they can win tournaments and get more tournament rewards from it. Which does work, but again, nobody's gonna like you. SP droppers are worse. The fact that you're even attempting to create an argument where we're splitting hairs between the difference between tanking and SP dropping is ridiculous. It's the same thing, dude. Tanker plus Salver plus Strike Rockets is criminal. I mean, maybe, I don't know. I did see a random... it looks like he was tanking... Salver with, like, Rocket Mortar 12 or something like that. Redeemer or Aegis? I prefer Aegis over Redeemer, basically always. You don't like to tank unless you're using the mech roll. I don't know what that means. I mean, like, dropping your SP to some degree, it's fine. Like, everybody does it. It's gonna happen. Especially if you're trying to finish certain events or whatever. But I think we all know the type of tanking that I'm talking about. Oh, let's go. It's 4v4, dude. I'm gonna start with this one. I'm gonna go left. He has Starmac on him. Very cool. Oh, it's a bot. BMP, hello. It's fun to scam Indians by tanking, is what he says. Okay. I mean, again, though, you can do what you want. You can say what you want. You can whatever, but then don't turn around and be surprised that nobody wants you in their clan. Like, you can't have it both ways. That's what I'm trying to tell you. I'm not trying to tell you, no, you can't tank. I'm trying to tell you, you can't tank and also have people respect you. It's not gonna happen. Wow. I'm surprised I died to that, actually. Oh, double 10s. Never mind. What in the world? Bro, I'm getting violated. Ah, crap. I already know what that is. That's like a Surgery and Eclipse. is GG for me. This is the last half-decent mech that I have. Yeah, great. He has mods, too. Get him! What's him up? Oh, he has Stormrack, look like. I mean, I'm cooked, right? Yeah. I mean, I got the... It's crazy, bro. Nomad, of course. 3,000 Acorns or 1 million credits. It's interesting. Oh, we lost that so bad. Tankers haven't learned about consequences? Well, yeah, it's because the game doesn't punish them. It should. I mean, look at this. This guy's got 30,000 inventory power. I'm gonna guess he was using this hanger. Or this one. This dude's got 20,000. Yeah. Actually, I think this might have been a guy that was on my team. The Max Arctorrent 6s. I don't know what was going on with that, I'm not gonna lie. That was a battle of all time. Why else would you tank if you didn't just get mulled in your SP range? Well, people tank because they want it to be easier. Because they want to win by more, get more kills, get more... Because even if you place top, let's say in like 5v5 tournament, even if you place top, it's not enough to place top. In order to get the most amount of points, you gotta get the most kills. Because most of the points come from kills. And free-for-all, it's actually mostly about damage. But in 5v5, it's mostly about kills. So it's not even just that you want to place top or that you want to win. It's that they also want to get the most number of kills. They want to get the most number of points possible. And yeah, it's scummy. It's exploitative, and yeah, not many people appreciate it. But as long as the game allows it, that's the only thing I can say about it, really. What's average IP to send invite to you? I actually added that to the description this time. So 4,000 to 8,000. So many players genuinely believe that they should win every match, otherwise it's unfair. That is kind of true. That is kind of true. It does suck. I mean, it's just it's a pretty common mentality. Don't be part of the problem, yeah. One of these days, the game will punish tankers or get rid of the opportunity to tank. My guess is they're going to have to punish them sooner rather than later, but... you know, eventually it'll happen, and maybe you could just quit when that happens, but... You know, if you don't, you kind of have two options. Either A, stop tanking now, or B, get either banned or absolutely, like, violated when you actually have to fight people with your SP. Oof. Now you're dead. I want to stay out of sight right now. I want him to fuse mortar me. I feel like this guy's gonna come through here. Nope. Dang it, bro. I really wanted to... It's okay. I can kind of stick my head out a little bit. There you go. I want to put my shield up at the top. Just because you suck doesn't mean you should tank. I mean, that's true, but... Yeah. I mean, I'm never gonna accept any, like... People will be like, oh, I tank because this, that, or the other thing, because Plarium doesn't give me enough A-coins. Like, how much is enough, though? Like, if you really hard press the question... Oh, he also has a gate crasher. That is interesting. If you really hard press the question, you know, you find yourself in a very interesting situation, because it's like, brother... Because it's like, you know, how much is enough? How much should you be getting? What is the specific amount that you should be getting? Because clearly there's a specific amount, more than what you're currently getting, that you think that you should be getting. Otherwise, you wouldn't be making that argument, right? Like, what is the amount that you should be getting and why? Like, why is that the amount that you should get? Who determines that? No, but if you hard press the question, you just find out that what they really just want is more stuff. And they'll never be satisfied. And there's no such thing as having enough. It's just a matter of, I could have more, so I'll get more. There are so many fuse mortars right now. It's actually crazy. I have to grab this. Where did my teammate go anyway? I think he quit, bro. Why would you do that? Why would you do that to me? Oh, I'm so dead, dude. Dang it. I wanted him to use his ability on me first. I wanted him to use his ability on me first because I had the spawn invincibility. He wouldn't have been able to do anything with it. And then I could have pretty safely crashed him, but I didn't really want to crash him right off the bat because if he used his ability at the same time, his, like... There's like I don't know, a split second, like half a second. Yeah, this guy quit, that's unfortunate. It's like a half a second time period between when he presses the ability and when it actually lands. So if he presses it before, and then I crash him before it reaches the ground, then he still ends up like hitting me with it. Is tanking inherently a matchmaking problem? As in... I feel like maybe you're trying to make a point about it, so maybe expand on that a little bit. If there's a specific point that you're trying to make. I don't know if I want to say inherently, but it is related to matchmaking because it's people basically abusing the matchmaking system. It could be fixed by like changing the matchmaking to where it doesn't happen, but I feel like loopholes will always exist. You know, it does kind of get to a point where it's like pretty much always there's gonna be bugs, there's gonna be exploits of some kind. So if you really cared about fairness, if the game really cared about fairness, then it would just punish people who are clearly exploiting, you know, those things, right? And to me, To me, punishing people who tank is more effective than just removing, you know, just fixing the tanking thing altogether. Because there's always going to be some type of loophole. There's always going to be some type of bug, some type of exploit in any game that you play. Is Graviton Beam good? Yeah, it can be. The fact you didn't leave the game is crazy. I would have left long before it started after seeing their mechs and weapons. See, that's a problem. Unfortunately, I do think that that's something that a lot of people do. And if they don't physically quit the match, they do mentally just like check out, right? They're just like, nah, it's GG, it's over. I saw this guy had a gate crasher, so clearly he's paid to win and I'm not going to be able to beat him. But you'll never be able to beat those guys if you don't try. And that's the thing, is that I would say, I'm actually having a really bad run right now, but most of the time I'd say 9 times out of 10, at least, probably closer to like 19 out of 20 times, I will beat people who are using paid stuff. Like almost every time. Almost every time. I can beat people who's using paid stuff. But you do have to try, and you have to, you know, be actually open to putting the effort in. You're definitely not going to win if you don't try. I gotta be careful with this. I keep dying with my Aegis too quickly. Where's the player, I wonder? He's gonna be going for... Oh no, he's back there. That's interesting, actually. I like that. The bot grabbed that. That's kind of fine. Actually, there's an ally dome right there. I'm gonna use that as cover to make my way over here. Drop my dome here. Kill that guy. I'm waiting for him to explode and then I'll shoot the other dude. Kill both of them. This guy back here. I don't know what he has. Oh, yeah, I'll bet he's the guy with the Panther, obviously. I don't know what I was thinking. I mean, the bots have used Panther before, but I'll bet you he's the one with the Panther. Yeah. I'm gonna wait for my bot to drop his dome, because he probably has one, right? There we go. Nah, well. That's another dome. It's just like a bunch of Aegis dropping a bunch of domes. Can I get through there? Sort of. He has missile rack, it looks like. He's getting a lot of kills with that. I don't like it. I'm gonna try to just like lace the ground so that he can't come out. That should kill you. Really? It didn't? Okay. Whatever. Yeah, no, I'm at 10. He's at 5. His missile racks, like... they're strong, but the thing is, between podgun and missile rack, mine reload way quicker so I can get way more kills. Based on his reload time alone, I know that he's not going to be able to get that many kills. So I can just outkill him. Sinner, hello. Mobile or PC, which is preferred for Mech Arena? Probably depends on who you ask. I would have said mobile for the longest time, but then I was forced to switch to PC at one point, and now I just only play on PC. It's very nice. PC is probably better in terms of like performance, because it's easier to aim really accurately. But, you know, if your goal is just to, like, kind of chill and play very casually, then, you know, nice mobile session. Can't beat it. Game supports pay-to-win players more. That's how it's still running. I mean, yeah. Yeah. Every game will always give its paying players more stuff than its non-paying players. I don't know what your point is about that. I hate PC because I'm a lefty. Oh, that's crazy. I never really thought about that. Yeah, it probably is a problem, huh? Are Revokers fun to play with, in your opinion? No, not really. I mean, if you like winning, then yeah, which most people do. Most people find them fun just because they're OP. In fact, I think most people just prefer the stuff that's actually, like, just generally kind of broken. I don't, but I think I'm in the minority there. Your question was ignored? Oh, sorry. I didn't see it. Or maybe I did, but it was just, like, really weird and I didn't want to say anything. Orion with Podgunner Storm, I don't know. I mean, they're both good. Oh, hi. Wait, we just queued into a random match and we got... Oh, what rank is that Vortex, dude? Hopefully it doesn't cause me problems. You can get that guy, right? Barely. It's fine. You can get that... No. That bug right here. Let's go. It's fine, I'll take one. Let's see. What do you got? Oh, no. Nice, I got two. How did you die? What'd you die to? Okay, bye-bye. Just like last stream. Okay, to be fair, I wasn't answering questions during that stream. That was not a I answer people's random questions stream, alright? I'm not gonna apologize for that one. For this one, yeah, if I missed it, sorry. That's a Guardian. Finally a player in this game. Oh, I've been getting players. I've been getting violated by players. I lost more matches today than I've lost, I think, in, like... Yeah, just in a really long time. I've lost, like, maybe 4 battles today already. Oh no. Oh no, he's gonna kill me, dude. Alright, let's try this. You're not getting up there, dude. You gotta aim further up. Really? Really? I use Quantum Gun and you just also happen to have Quantum Gun? Just to make my entire... all of my efforts rather pointless. Oh, okay, nice, he's dead. Bro, we're so cooked. I have nothing after this, dude. Nah, I'm dead, I'm dead. He's got a Viper. When's the next Community Cup? What do you mean? Excuse me? Why did I aim at the ground? The Mech Arena Community Cup was like... Didn't they stop those? Because like Desync quit Mech Arena for a while. So I don't think it's coming back. I mean, unless he starts it back up, I guess. I just thought those were done. I can count on fingers how many times I have players in a match. Yeah, no, that's fair. That's fair. I'm in the North American server, which definitely has more players than a lot of other servers do. So, yeah, in that regard, I'm definitely lucky. You have 5 to 6k inventory power. Pretty cool. I mean, yeah, send me an invite. I mean, at the moment, my friends list is kind of full. Damn it, bro. It keeps happening. It keeps... Whatever. Time for your question? Okay. Would Brickhouse's ability work in tandem with Blockhorn's ability? No more than it would with Aegis or Panther. As in, no, they don't stack. There's no damage boosts. Like, you can't self-damage boost and have those stack. So there's three types of damage boosts that you can have. There's 3 types of damage boosts that you can have. You can have a boost to your own weapons. You can have a boost to your... You can have a boost to enemy damage, as in, like, an enemy takes specifically more damage from all sources. And you can have the boost of, like, a status effect. Or technically, like, so long as it's 2 different... Any individual unique status effect should be fine. But the 3 that you can stack are, for example, like, this is the way to get the highest amount of damage on one mech. Well, technically it's 4, actually. Because you can increase the damage taken by the enemy in 3 different ways, and then you can increase the damage that you deal specifically in 1 different way. But you can use, like, a brick house to boost your own weapons. And then you can use an Orion to boost the damage that they take via the Hunter's Mark. And then you can use Thermal Lance or whatever with Overheat to boost the damage that they take via Weaken. And then you can also pair that, use that against a Stalker whose ability causes it to take more damage, thus you deal more damage due to the Predator Drive vulnerability. Is that what it's called? I think so. So those are all those things. But the self weapon boost is specifically the most common, and those you can't stack. So what happens is, let's say you have even just like, yeah, a Blockhorn and a Brick House, sure. So the Blockhorn puts its thing down, it gives like a 30% damage boost, right? The Blockhorn puts the shield, it boosts the weapon damage by like 30%. As soon as, let's say, a Brick House does the exact same thing, it boosts the self damage and the ally damage. Whichever, as soon as there's two of them, whichever one is higher, that's the one that gets used. So Brick House basically negates all of our other boosting effects, including Seeker. Like, even Seeker, it doesn't even have to be a team boost. It could just be Stalker's boost, which only affects itself. Stalker gets a 50% damage boost, but if there's a Brick House nearby, the Brick House will override the Stalker boost, because the Brick House boost is 100% versus Stalker's 50, and the 100 is larger, so the game just uses the larger number. It's the same with two Brick Houses, because Brick House only boosts itself by 50, but everything else by 100. It's the same with Blockhorn, which is 30. It's the same with Seeker, which is 30. Yeah. Every self-weapon damage boosting ability, it just overrides it based on which one's larger. It would be terrifying if 3 Blockhorns, 1 Brickhouse, and 1 Stalker started... Hold on. Started ending everything in sight if all their weapon damage boosts could stack. Yeah. I think there'd be more use for Brickhouse in that case. I think people would possibly actually use Brickhouse sometimes if its damage boost actually stacked. Because then you could get like these legitimate absolute monstrosity like phalanx formations with like a panther wall and then 2 brick houses, and then you just have damage for freaking days, bro. Do you play weekly tournaments? No, not really. The in-game tournament mode is really, really boring, and I wish they changed it. Yeah, these 2 I would accept, but they're kind of like, my list is full. I don't know what to do about that right now. Well, let me check. Let me see if there's anybody. Has anyone been offline for over a week? I doubt it. Because I think I've already removed everybody who's been offline for over 5 days. Yeah, there's only this guy, but this guy's on Plarium Play, so, like, it doesn't count. I can add, like, 500 people on Plarium Play, so... Between Thermal Lance, Quantum Gun, Gemini, and Ember Gun, what's the best weakened causing status effect weapon to use on hybrid builds? To use specifically on hybrids, probably... Thermal Lance takes a little bit too long to apply in most cases. Same thing with Quantum Gun. Gemini and Ember... Ember really lacks the range, but Gemini is reliant, like, literally it can't be fired unless you have a lock on. Which is kind of... yeah. So, I guess it depends on what the other weapon is. Like, if you're trying to use a long-range one, I'd probably go with Gemini. If you're trying to use a close-range one, I'd probably go with Ember Gun. Queen Death is your username? Okay. Yeah, let me see. Let me see if there's anybody in here that's, like, under 4,000 inventory power. I'm just gonna have to... You're really close, so I'll leave you just for now. on, dude. I am gonna have, like, I'm gonna have to, like, lessen the gap, you know what I'm saying? Inventory. Mine is 5.5. If you need more slots, you can remove me. I'll just send you a friend request on Plarium Play later. I mean, I would only really solve one of them, to be honest. You just got Podgun and it's so much fun. It is very strong. Noah, hello. How are you? You just started a Q&A on what damage boosts stack on which. Yeah, well. It's a conversation that, like, normally isn't had, and I think that's the reason that most people don't know. Is just because it's one of those things that nobody really talks about. But part of the reason nobody really talks about it is because it is kind of complicated. And it's not super intuitive. I've definitely said many, many times in the past that, like, Brick House overrides all other damage boosts because it just uses the damage boost that's larger. And that's been the case for, I think, forever. That's been the case for forever. But, yeah, and I've definitely said it plenty of times, but yeah, it's just not something that really gets talked about a whole lot, so not a lot of people know. Are you saving for Orion? Yes. Winger, is that similar to Ringer? You're too strong for me at the moment. At the moment. You have Ember Gun 12. Should you get Revoker 8 to go with it? Or do I get Revoker 10 for Ember Gun 8s? Well, you know that the reason that the Revoker and Ember combo works, right? The reason that people use it and the reason that it works is because Revoker's the main damage dealer. Ember Gun is pretty good. If you're fighting people without mods, then it's basically just as good, but otherwise, it's significantly weaker. Like, against mods is significantly weaker. Like, multi-layered shields specifically. But the reason that the hybrid works is because the weaken from the Ember Gun increases the damage that the Revoker deals by like 50%. Well, exactly 50%, because that's what weaken does. So, essentially, you're multiplying your Revoker damage by 1.5, and then your Ember Gun is staying as is, which means, in that case, you want to stack all of your damage onto the Revoker. Like, you want to stack most of your energy on the Revoker, as opposed to the Ember Gun, because the Ember Gun's going to be doing significantly less of the, like, it's going to be pulling a lot less of the weight. So the heavier energy one should be the Revoker, because that's the one that's going to be multiplied. And then the Ember Gun is, its damage is also multiplied, but it's a significantly weaker weapon against multi-layered mods, so. You've been running Revoker Eclipse and Free For All, and it's crazy. I mean, I'm not surprised, yeah. Bastion with miniguns is wicked. Bastion's funny, dude. I'm kind of tempted to, like, max out my perimeter multilayer on Bastion. There's something about it. Like, I really feel like in theory, Bastion is a counter to most things. But it just doesn't work. Bastion is pretty darn bad. In my experience. Thoughts on Mech adding a perk to Revoker that causes piercing damage? As in increasing Revoker's damage even more? I'd probably just quit at that point. So many people are spamming questions today. Man, it's normal. Especially when I take the time to answer one or two. Why is his legs backward? Does that always happen? I feel like it doesn't usually happen. If Revoker had a perk like that, Eclipses would be 10 times as deadly. They don't need to be 10 times as deadly. Hello? What in the world? Okay. That was strange, bro. Good job. That probably got him? Maybe? I don't know. Nah, I mean, he is dead. I got you. I got it. Oh no, he died to this guy. I really wanna be careful here. I gotta be careful here. You should be dead. You should also be dead. I'm gonna make my way over there slowly. There we are. This guy. Watch out. Yeah, no, he got him. No. He might kill me, but I can probably kill him. Yeah, there you go. I forgot about you. No, I mean, I just finished saying that I don't really have space on my account. So, I'll try to deal with invites later, I guess, but, like, I don't know. What do you want me to do? Just start unfriending people? At random? Like... Storms. I don't know what you mean. Yes. Bastion is the best. It was true at one point. Nah, I'm so dead, bro. Well, it'll be the next free-to-play weapon. Should be Fused Mortar. This map... Don't good jump too early, pal. You realize what build you're using, right? Oh, man. Oh, bro, it's GG. This guy... It's so over, dude. There's no way. It's so over, dude. No. Don't. That build. You're so cooked, dude. You're so dead. How is he still alive? Okay. That was a build of all time. I got it. Hold on. There we go. Jeez, dude. I had to kill that sentinel. Ow. Okay. Could I add you in place of a person under the limit? Well, that's the thing. Nobody's under the limit. That's what I just said. If there was somebody under the limit, I'd remove them. Hornets came out less than 6 months ago. Yeah, no, it's not Hornet for sure. I'm kind of surprised I lost this match. Actually, no, I thought I did pretty good. It is Fuse. No, it is Fuse Mortar, I know. You think that Hornet's gonna be nice for you? Nah. It's not Hornet. You guys can check. In the stream description, there's a link labeled Mech Arena Master Database. This is what I use. When you go to there, you go to the calendar tracking tab. You can scroll down. Everything is released in order. So under the column that is under the column for became available in in-game currency, it's all like in order of release. So the last one they did was Revoker, the next one should be Fuse Mortar, and then Savant, and then Overdriver, and then Railgun 8 possibly, and then Howler. They might do Railgun 8 sooner, just because it's a single weapon, but I don't know. But yeah, they've been, like, the order of, like, in-game release is the exact same as the order of free-to-play release. It's been that way for a while. In terms of weapons, not mechs. You thought I unfriended someone? I might have, but I got, like, 4 different requests. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'll have to deal with that later. Thoughts on dual weapons versus a single weapon? Stormwreck 8s versus a single Stormwreck 16. In most cases, having 2 is better because it increases your projectile count, which means you can get through multi-layered mods faster. So. But if you're using it on, like, a Lancer, if you're talking, like, a really low energy mech, like a Lancer, or Shadow, or just anything that you have that's really low rank that's going to die really quickly, stacking all of your energy on one side does keep you from having to poke your head out in order to fire both weapons. So there's that. Alright, fellas, we're not going to lose any more matches today, okay? Opinion on Helix Rack. I mean, it's really, really difficult to counter early on, but anyone with an Aegis doesn't really matter. That guy's also got Podgun. Pretty cool. And mods. Oh, he's getting violated, dude. He has a Surge with Podgun? What? He just got absolutely destroyed by that. That's crazy. The player had a Surge. He got absolutely violated by a Sentinel bot. Sentinel's OP confirmed. You could add me after a few rounds for someone else. I could do that. Ignore that. Like, I don't remember promising anybody that I'd add them to my friends list, but let me just deal with that real quick. No one jinx it. It might be jinx. I've lost a lot of matches today. Not this one, but I think we're good on this one. He's just hanging back with a block horn. And he died to another bot. Oh! Ha! He has a seeker, jeez. That's crazy. Okay. Yeah, we're gonna lose center, because obviously my bots can't do anything. Just don't get spotted. He will seek somebody else. Oh, okay, he's over there. Okay. So he'll probably seek... Okay. Nah, no, I'm dead. Wow. Nah, I'm not losing this match, dude. Come on. Stop. There we go. Oh, jeez. That's kind of close. If we just hold this one beacon, we might even still win. Yeah, because we need 12 more. He needs more than 24. He should gain influence at twice the rate that I do, because he has twice the beacons. Which should simply mean... Oh, that bug. That's a bug. That's a visual bug. His shield isn't actually still there. Which should simply mean that it's not possible. So long as we hold one beacon, it's not possible for him to come back. Although, no, wait a second. Guys. Do you see that, though? He's gaining influence at more than twice the rate that we are. That makes no sense. Why does the center beacon count for more... I've tested this. I want everyone to know. I have strictly tested this. Testing the amount, the influence per minute of every individual beacon on every map. I have done this before. My findings were not very interesting, so I didn't bother making a video about it. But I specifically tested this. Every beacon gives the same amount of influence. There's no beacon that gives more influence than another. And yet, you clearly saw that even though he had 2 beacons and we had 1, he was gaining influence at more than twice the rate that we were. Frag guns are so slept on, it's amazing. You say that as if it wasn't the Seeker that was making them work. And if I used fragment gun on this account, I guarantee it would not do well. It should not be possible. So what happened is, either there's a bug where you gain more influence when you own 2 beacons, when you have 2 beacons on that map, or they changed it at some point. I'm very certain that this happened to me before. It's more than double. Yeah, no, I mean, obviously, I did, like, I was talking about it. You saw the influence. It was like 68 to 86 or something like that. We needed like 12 more influence. He needed like 28 more influence. Which meant that by the time we got 12, he should have gotten 24, which means we should have been able to win before he did, even if he kept both beacons. I don't... It's more than double if you have more than one. Okay, man, you say that as if, like, oh, yeah, this is just a thing that I know, but, like, is that actually true? I mean, that's what it seems to be. That's what it seems to be. But it could even be time-based. It could even be, like, once the timer reaches a specific point, the influence rate goes up. But then that wouldn't matter because it would still be... It would still be, like, because it's a ratio of influence. So it'd have to be the influence of a specific beacon. Alright, well, let's test this. Let's test this. I'm gonna send this to Plarium. Three beacon maps are stupid as is, because, fun fact, each beacon gives you like 30 influence per minute, which means unless you're literally not grabbing your home beacon, every match is guaranteed to end in less than 3.5 minutes. Like, literally, just grabbing your home beacon will end the match in 3.5 minutes. That's all it takes. But then if you have the middle beacon as well, then, you know, it takes half that time. 6, 5. All right, I'll wait until it gets to 50, and then I'll step on it. All right. So I should cap it. It should take 5 seconds to cap. Yep. So 4:45. By the time the match is over, we'll see how much influence I have, and then I'll do the exact same thing on the other beacon. And then you keep spreading misinformation about Particle Beam. Particle Beam is so bad, dude. Stop. If you want to buy it, that's completely your own loss. I think alone they're worth the same, but then when you have 2 or more, it gives a tiny multiplier. That doesn't make any sense. It shouldn't be like that. It could be the case, but it shouldn't be like that. And I don't think it's the case on any map except for this one. Because I've had this problem before. This is a thing that I do a lot, just when I'm playing normally, is I look at the influence situation, I look at the beacon situation, and if the only thing I need to do is just hold what I have, then I'm just going to prioritize holding what I have. I'm not going to be like, oh, I have to be super aggro or whatever. And so, like, it doesn't... And I do that all the time. I ignored you. You sent me the proof like 10 times. What exactly was the proof? You saying, oh, it was good? 2 thumbs up, 5 stars on Yelp. I approve of Particle Beam, therefore everyone must think it's absolutely OP. Brother, here's the thing. Every legendary weapon is going to do good at low SP for a little bit. It's a matter of how good is it going to do for how long. Every one of them is going to do better. Like, a legendary weapon's always going to do better than a rare weapon. Blast RPG is one of the worst weapons to exist. You can check my videos on, like, I was using Blast RPG in my birthday stream when I was doing like the challenges or whatever. You can see how nothing damage it did. It doesn't deal damage. It's garbage, dude. But when I got the 6s from the playoff event, it was doing really well. Or at least fairly well. Alright, hold on. Let me get this to 1:45, and that would be exactly 3 minutes. And then we'll see how much influence I have. It should be 90, because it's 30 influence per minute. Yeah, 90. And then I'll just wait for this to time out, and then we'll do it again. Yeah, 30 influence per minute. Okay, and I'll go test the middle one as well. Who's in my friends list? We can test the double thing as well. Who's in my friends list that's online right now? Or Stormrack's good for Parasite? I mean, Stormracks are just good for everything, really. I can't think of anything that's not good with Stormrack. Blast RPG is pretty bad. That homing mechanic just makes it worse. Yeah, and the damage isn't good either. It had the potential to be kind of decent, but yeah, no, it just doesn't. But anyway, my point is simply that when you're talking about a legendary weapon, it's going to do good for a little bit when you first get it, like if you're at low SP, simply because, yeah, it's a legendary weapon. Okay, so 435 in this case. So when it gets down to 135. I ignored you once again. Why do you play Mech Arena? For fun? Are Revokers fun? No, you said it yourself. Are Particle Beams fun? I'd think so. Okay. So you think when someone asks me for advice, I should impart on them my biased opinion based on what I personally think is the most interesting thing to use, and completely ignore the entire point of why they're asking me, which is the most effective. I can put aside my biases. Like I'll recommend people to get Killshot. I think Killshot's stupid, super lame. It's a no skill mech, but I will recommend a lot of people to get Killshot because sometimes it's just a good idea. I can put aside my biases for that. Right? I don't think my preferences have anything to do with what I should recommend people use. Because if I'm just recommending things based on what I personally think would be the most funny thing for me to see, that's like, why are you even asking me at that point? And also, no, I'm not ignoring anybody. It's just that I don't see everything. Because I'm, like, skimming through chat. I'm reading the things that kind of, like, catch my attention. Some things just kind of don't catch my attention. There's a lot of people talking. It's the same 30 influence per minute. That's what it looks like, huh? It should be 60 by the time it reaches 235. RuFFles recommending Killshot, yeah. Alright, well, who's online? Swarmhammer? Okay, I got you. So, well, let me run this through. Let me run this through just to make sure that it doesn't, like, pick up pace. Like I said, I ran this test before, but it was, like, my findings were very, like, it wasn't interesting. It was very obvious. Part of the reason I ran this test was because I'm pretty sure at the time I had a match where it was like, hold on, the influence rate did not seem uniform, so clearly some beacons give more influence than others. And what I was expecting to find was that center beacons gave more influence than side beacons. But what I ended up finding was that all beacons gave the exact same amount individually. And for 5 beacon maps, that amount is 19 per minute. And for 3 beacon maps, that amount is... Or no, it's... Sorry, 18 per minute. That amount is 18 per minute. And for 3 beacon maps, that amount is 30 per minute. Why do your storms look weird? Because I have 1.6 and 1.10. This chat in its current form needs a safe word. What do you mean, bro? All right. That should be you. All right, so the goal. Let me know. I hope you're listening, right? You might get kill shot. Okay, go ahead. Okay. Are you in the chat or are you just in the game chat? Or are you not listening at all? It takes time to get to the center beacon, I'm aware. His top mech, okay. I was expecting to see a dash mech, to be honest. No, I'm talking to this guy. Alright, well. You listening? Yes, no, maybe? Okay. So what we're gonna do is, if you have a dash mech, just let me know if you do. I'm gonna assume that you do. Most people do. Then you're gonna go for middle. I will go for the home one. We're not going to grab them immediately. What we're gonna do is we're gonna wait for 4:35 on the timer, and then we'll both step on it. It should take 5 seconds to cap the beacon, so it'll actually start at 4:30. You're just gonna stay quiet. Will be best for everyone. Nah. That's. I mean, what you're giving opinions that maybe some people don't agree with. Maybe I don't agree with it, but it's like whatever. That doesn't mean you need to stop talking. You got it? Yes, no, maybe? Or do I need to type it? He's not saying anything, so like I can't tell if he's actually paying attention. Both. Both. Both for what? You might be a little bit behind the stream, I'm not gonna lie. Your stream playhead might be like 30 seconds behind or something. Okay. Del Ringer that oh. No, that wasn't the question I was asking. Yours is lagging behind a little? Okay. Alright, he might... Not okay, not in your current squad. Okay, I got you. I was gonna say he might be just swapping to a different mech. It's okay to have different opinions than others. Doesn't disprove what's already been proven. I mean, yeah. Like, you can have an opinion. Some opinions are just wrong, but then other opinions are just opinions, right? And people can disagree with them, but nobody's really right or wrong. You don't have a dash mech in your squad, right? That's fine. Yeah, I'll just, there we go. Should be easy enough. You just slap one in, it doesn't really matter what it looks like, because it's just a custom match. Particle beams might outperform all other beams. That's not even true. That's definitely not true. Graviton beam is way better. Particle beam's not good. And this guy that was talking about it, he agreed that they weren't good. His point was his point was just a point that I didn't really agree with, which was that because I like to have fun with stuff, because I prefer the weapons that are more fun, I should be recommending the weapons that are more fun. But I think that's a bit disingenuous, and that maybe does people a little bit of disservice. It says he's... Okay. 435 got that? Okay. Now I feel like he's definitely behind on the stream. Do you need someone in the enemy team? Nah. I just want to see how quickly the influence goes up if you have 2 beacons. You're my favorite Macarena YouTuber because, one, you are one of the few that actually talks in the videos. This Mayor obliterates everything and calls it a day. Depends on what his video is about. Bro, there was one video that I saw, like, I saw the title and thumbnail, and I was like, nah, I gotta see this. Hellfire Tengu, he was like, this thing's OP, absolute beast killing machine. His video was just him using a single Hellfire. I don't even know what it was. I don't even know if the Tengu was maxed, but it was a single Hellfire on Tengu in 2v2. He got 0 kills with it. Like, he literally did not get a single kill with it. So, I mean, at least he's not tanking anymore. He used to just tank to get a... I think that's what Omniverse still does, but... I'm trying to invite you here. I don't know what's going on. Mimicker. If I was gonna get somebody else in here, I'd just get somebody who's already online, sorry. I already have an issue in terms of how many friends I have on this account. Did you tell him the safe word? Well, I didn't. I don't know what it is. Mayor be on something these days. Yeah, it's kind of true. Oh yeah, you talking about like his AI, his freaking... I mean, all of his titles are AI generated. I hope everybody knows that, but some of his thumbnails have been crazy lately. Like, what in the world am I looking at? Was Wrathful Zulu tanking too? No, not really. I think maybe he did once or twice, but for the most part, nah, he just kind of chose what to upgrade. Sure, I'm not sharing the room code because then like 17 people will try to join, and nobody's gonna know what's going on. Okay, who's online and has a dash mech? Because I don't know what's going on with this guy. He's like 2 minutes behind on the stream, and it's kind of impossible to communicate. I guess, like, I actually don't even know what's going on. Beta, you have a dash mech. Okay. Get in here. Let's test this real quick. I looked back at the footage and the enemy's influence started to pulsate. That is interesting. Around what time? Because it's very possible that it's a time, like it's a time thing. All right, Beta. You know what the plan is, correct? You go for center. I go for home. We both step on the beacon at 4:35. Got it? Okay, let's go. I don't know. I don't know what happened to Stormhammer, but it's okay. Don't worry about it. For science, the Mimicker. I'm sorry, bro. I literally, I don't have any friend spots left. I can't. Go for it. You should have plenty of time. Just wait. 4:35. Don't get on it now. Brother, what are you doing? Okay. 37, 36, 35. There we go. 1 minute 7 seconds. 1 minute 7 seconds is when he says it started to go crazy. Alright, well, I'll have this on stream so I can look back at the footage later if I need to. But let's count the first 30 seconds, which would be 4 minutes. We should have 30 influence at 4 minutes. We should be getting, at this point, 1 influence every second. Yeah. So look at the time and the influence. So by 3:45 we should have 45, yeah. By 3:30 we should have 60. Yep, it's keeping up still. It's like a half second behind. At 3:15 we should have 75. Mm-hmm. At 3 minutes we should have 90. Yep, it's still like a half second behind. And at like 250 it should be 100. What's with that? Does it only work when someone else has the opposite beacon? Does it only work on one side of the map? I need more people in here. Who else is online? You're actually live now, I'm sorry. Oh, okay, okay. I didn't know that. It's okay. Armor busted? Okay. You know what's going on right now, right? I don't see you on. Yeah. Armor busted. I'll invite him. Hold on. Let's see. I'll ask him if he knows what's happening. Yeah. Do you know what's going on? Are you listening to stream? Try when there's 1 minute 5 seconds left. Well, they held the beta, sure. I want to know about this guy mostly. I was pretty sure you already were. Yes, okay, good. Okay. So, here's the plan. Armor. You grab your home beacon, and we will grab both the middle and the home beacon. Okay? And then we'll just leave it like that. All right? And we'll... Okay. It shouldn't matter what time we do it at. I think just grab the beacons as quickly as possible. I actually don't think it matters, because when we have two, it should be 60 per minute, which is exactly 1 per second. That's really, really easy to keep track of. So it should be fine. Just grab them as quickly as possible. Swarmhammer, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. I already got 2 other people. It's fine. If I need another one, I'll grab you, though. Repeat the instructions again, just so it's in your... I mean, I've had so many experiences with the custom matches, dude. I can't even take chances. I have to... repeat myself a lot, yeah. Okay. So it's just off. It's a little bit off, but that's fine. Okay, so we have 10 by 426, which means you should have 20 by 416. Wait. Am I tripping? $405, we have 25. $355, we should have 35. Why are we gaining influence so slowly? Look at the influence creep up. That's so strange. It's going really slow, and then what I'll bet you is going to happen is it's going to shoot up, and it's going to go really fast. Do you see how slow it's going? We're getting less than 1 influence per second. So we have 60 at 312, which means by 302 we should have 70. But we don't. We got less than 7 in the time we should have gotten 10. It's much slower. But does it stay slower? Or imagine what happens is it's slower on one side of the map and it's faster on the other side of the map. Imagine that that's the thing that happens. $30, it's 88, which means it should be 98 when it's at 20. But it's not, it's 94. It's slower. Legitimately, guys, I legitimately think it's simply slower on one side of the map, and it's simply faster on the other side of the map. I'd rage quit instantly. The fact that that's a thing should not surprise me, honestly. Beta switch teams. Beta switch teams, we're going to do the same thing, except both of you guys... I'll grab one. You guys grab the other two. And we should be good. Yeah. Also, don't shoot me. I know you guys were shooting each other. Don't shoot me. I don't... That... I won't deal with that. I'm gonna be paying attention to the influence. Mech Arena divs are terrible, brother. This is a Mech Arena type thing, yeah. You just grab the beacons as quickly as possible. So again, what should happen is it should be 10 if they're grabbing 2, because each beacon individually is 30 influence per minute. Which means 2 beacons should be 60 influence per minute, which is 60 minutes and 60 seconds, which is 1 influence every second. So, let's see. When it's 25, they have 13 or 14. We'll say 14. So when it's 15, they should have 24. Don't do that. So when it's 4 minutes... They have 30. That doesn't make sense. So now when it's 350, they should have 40. But they don't. They have less. They're gaining influence slower again. The double is slower. The 40, they should have had 50. I'm gonna unfriend both of them. So at 315, they have 60. They should have had way more. They in 15 seconds, they got 10 influence in 15 seconds. So it's taking them... It's taking them like 50% longer. So it's 85 at 38. Which means it should be 95 at 23 if that is 15 seconds, that is the way that it goes. 95 at 23. Yeah. Yeah, it's taking 50% longer. But why was it going faster, though? Why was it going faster? You clearly saw it's pulsing. It's not. No, it's consistently just taking 50% longer. I don't know what you mean by it's pulsing. As in it's going really short and then it's going really long? At the 90 mark, it pulses. But it wasn't at the 90 mark. Again, we're going off of the match that I just had, where they had 60 something influence. They had but somewhere around 65 influence, and I had 85-ish. And they got to 100 before we did. So it wasn't just when they got to 90 that it started going up. It wasn't that. And maybe it has to do with the center beacon changing sides. It might have something, because what happened was we had the center, we had two of them, and then they took the center. Not safe as a RuFFles friend. Brother, I literally said, don't shoot me. I'm trying to look at the influence, and this guy just couldn't help himself. I said it very plainly. Both of them were listening to the stream. I will not apologize for that. All right, I need 2 people. Beta and Targe. Beta, I don't think you shot me, but if you do it, I will mess you up, bro. Spin the wheel, nah. I'm not showing the code. No, this isn't a custom. Okay. Targe, are you caught up on the stream now? Because I feel like you weren't. I feel like you weren't caught up on the stream before. You were answering questions like a solid 2 minutes after I asked them. So, okay, he's caught up. Okay, let's go. So here's what we're gonna do. Both of you just grab the beacons. You think you are? Oh, yeah. No, you're answering very quick. So both of you grab both beacons. And I will grab the other beacon, and then I am going to I'm going to leave it for a little bit, and then I'm going to go grab the center. In fact, who was it? Simika, I don't know how to pronounce that name. This guy keeps saying that it happened at 1:30 on the time, so I'm gonna wait until there's 1:30, a minute 30 left, and then I'll grab the center beacon. So you guys don't get on this, don't be on the center beacon. I have to grab it. I said your mom's name. Well, it's not my fault that you're using your mom's account, brother. What, am I supposed to see into the 6th dimension and determine that that's not actually your name, but somebody else's? All right. Don't worry. Go ahead and grab it. I'll just wait. Grab it. 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 You weren't listening. Neither of you were listening. Okay, he's listening. Beta, I don't know what you're doing, my guy. I don't know what's going on, dude. Oh, your team, I forgot, sorry. These modern people, that's crazy. Okay. So I should be getting rather slow. Let's see, 30 influence at about 346. Which means at 331, I think they'll have 50 or 40 influence. 331. Yeah. Yeah. So they're getting 10 influence every 15 seconds. So it's taking 50% longer. You'll be on my next stream for sure. I don't know when that's going to be, so don't make promises. You don't know what's going to be happening. Can someone tell me the ID for RuFFles? My ID is in the description, but I'm at a situation right now where like my friends list is full, so I don't really know what to do about that. It might take me a minute to accept it. I'm not gonna be able to accept it immediately. It'll probably take a minute. And by a minute, I mean probably like a couple days. But I'll try to see what I can do. Okay, 80. I'm just gonna grab it now because I don't want them to win by influence. Okay, so at 220, I had 25, and I should be gaining double. So I should have 45 by the time it's 2 minutes. But I don't. It's still taking longer. But why? Is it maybe because this... Okay, maybe it's because the single beacon... It's not actually because the two combined is faster. It's because the single one is slower. So it... Hold on. It's at 95, and it was like 10 seconds past nearly? I don't know. Hold on. So, okay, 111 when it's got to 97. And it was 104 when it got to 98. That's like 7 seconds. Which it shouldn't be. It started pulsating when they had 92 or 82. I don't know. I don't know what's going on, dude. I mean, I'll probably download the stream and watch it back and see exactly what's happening. I just want to make sure I have all of the data that I might have to, that I might need. They had 95 for 5 seconds straight. If they're getting 30 per second, yeah. Oh, yeah, you're right, hold on. And it took like 7 seconds, didn't it? It took like 7 seconds for them to get from 96 to 97, didn't it? It should only take 2 seconds per influence point. Which means that at some point it slows their well, yeah, the whole match's influence gets slowed. But at some point there's a point where one is slowed for more than the others is. I can rewatch the stream and I can figure it out. I don't want to spend too much time on this. I just wanted to make sure I had all of the data that I might need for when I do that. That is incredibly strange, dude. The pulsing thing legitimately happens as a warning. That's always been a thing. Oh, wait. Do you mean when... Was he talking about... For the pulsing, was he talking about when the number starts to, like... The number itself starts to pulse? If it pulsates, it means a guaranteed win unless you lose all your beacons. I don't think that's true. Oh. No, the pulsating thing is just just a warning. It's basically saying, hey, your enemies are close to victory. Even if you have 99 influence and you're about to win, and the enemy has, I think it starts at 85, possibly 80. It's like 80 to 85 is when it just does it as a warning. The enemy's number will start to pulsate, even if you have 99 and you're just about to win. This happens all the time. It starts at different times. So it's not a time-based thing. It's an influence number-based thing. It's when the enemy is close to victory, which means once they get 80 to 85 influence specifically, not time on the match. It has nothing to do with the match timer. It's everything to do with the influence number specifically. It's basically just like, oh, hey, they're close. They're 80, 85% of the way there. You know, that's what it is. Yeah, it's just a visual effect. I have a feeling the matches are a tiny bit rigged for some reason. I might have to try this on other maps. I feel like Skyship is the only map that I've ever experienced that on, though. I'll start inviting people now. You've won with this pulsing? Oh, yeah. Oh, I win when there's pulsing all the time. The pulsing is just a visual indicator to be like, hey, the enemy's close. You're saying it pulsates at 90 or some other influence rate? Yes. Once it gets to 80 or 85, I don't know which one it is. Once it gets to that, it starts to pulsate, and then it keeps pulsating until the match is over. Because it's saying, hey, they're getting close. It's gonna keep pulsating at 90, at 91, at 92, at 93, all the way up to 100 if they end up winning. But you can still win while it's pulsating. it's just a visual indicator to be like, hey, you're like, you know, you're cutting it close type thing. It always happens. That's been a thing for a while. I thought you meant like what I thought you meant was that the physical was that the influence rate was pulsating. I thought you meant that it was like it was growing by like a little bit, and then it was growing by a lot, and then it was growing by a little bit, and then it was growing by a lot. But no, okay. Spin the Mech Arena wheel. Oh, hey, let's go 55. Yeah, unfortunately, those videos that I made from the wheel stream, those were fun. I liked those, and it seemed like a lot of people liked them, but nobody watched them. They did very, 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 very bad. So I'm not gonna do that again. If I do, I'll do those rockets. If I'll do like one of two things. I'll either just make it into one big video, or if I make it into multiple... Oh, that's not good. I'm gonna take a lot of damage from that. If I make it into multiple videos, I'll try to make sure that like the videos are pretty different. So it's not just like the kind of the same video. I don't know why. I mean, I should have assumed that those videos were not going to do well. I didn't think they'd do great, but I didn't think they'd do that bad. Oh, wow, okay. Well, I mean, I did kill him, but wasted my Aegis. Speaking of Skyship, though. Nope. I would rather you didn't. Yeah, I shouldn't have done that. I want to get back in the middle. I wanted to get back up there so I could kill him, but I had to wait for my open storyline. You need to make Mech Arena Mythbusters. I kind of already did. Bro, I think the game got tired of me winning all the time. They really cranked up the difficulty in terms of what enemies I fight. Now I'm just waiting for someone to be like, oh, that's me every day. Oh my goodness. Poor me. So abused. I did not deal damage. I'm not dealing damage to this guy. That's incredible. He's almost dead. Brother, he has no HP. Good boys. Ow. Everybody's dead, bro. Why is everybody dead? Influence for the enemy team is 50% slower tear. Seems like it's always supposed to be like that. That doesn't make any sense. Why would multiple beacons count for less than a single beacon? Like, per beacon. You know what I'm saying? But again, what happened was, let's say they're both armed. Let's say for the sake of argument, we assume we run 59 influence for 6 seconds. Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Because let's assume that it's 50% slower for everything for both teams. That would mean that at very most, if we have one beacon, if we have two beacons, then what we saw earlier, which was the case, it would take 15 seconds to get 10 influence. This was the thing that we saw. But that would also mean that if we had one beacon, it would take 3 seconds to get 1 influence. Right? It should take... well, it was 15 seconds to get 10, so it should be 30 seconds to get 20, which is the same as 3 seconds to get 2, right? Or 3 seconds to get 2 for 2 beacons, but then it's half of that, so it's 3 seconds to get 1. So it should take at most 3 seconds to get 1 influence, but we were on 59 influence for 6 seconds, according to Timo. Which, like, I don't know how true that is, but I think that was... It sounds about right. Because I counted it off. In the custom match. It was at 96 or whatever influence for, like, 7 seconds. 7 full seconds. So it doesn't reduce the rate by the same amount. If it reduced it by the same amount, then we wouldn't be having a problem. Because it's all about the influence ratios, right? So if it took 50% longer for the enemy team to get influence and 50% longer for us to get influence, we should still get influence at the same, 2 beacons equals twice the influence, but that's not what we're seeing. The problem isn't that I'm strictly not seeing 30 influence per minute per beacon, which is kind of a problem, but that's not the main thing. The main thing that's sticking out to me is the fact that it's not proportional. Is the fact that 2 beacons doesn't get you twice the influence, it's getting you more than twice the influence. From 325 to 130, or from 235 to 135, you had 1 beacon but gained 5 influence. 5 influence in a minute? Is crazy. That's an average of 6 seconds per influence. No, it's not. It's an average of 12 seconds per influence. That is wild. That is wild. The myths we're trying to bust open is giving me a headache. I don't... Like, it's not that complicated. I find it very, very interesting, but it's not that complicated. The only thing that I'm worried about now... you gotta go now? Okay, bye-bye. The only thing I'm concerned with now, really, is just looking over the footage and seeing if there's some type of pattern. I mean, obviously, there's almost always some type of pattern. When it comes to games, it's all, like, code, which is, like, 90% math. And... no, I think that's fine. Unless there's something specific you wanted to do. Yeah, but when it comes to code, it's, like, 90% math. And so everything, almost everything, should have some type of... There's a pattern to it, right? So there's definitely a pattern there. I don't know what the pattern is, and I don't know what the influence rate discrepancy is, but I'll figure it out. And I'll probably make a video on it. Because that's very interesting. What I might... Because we could test the other maps. What, do you guys want to test the other maps, or do you want me to just do that on my own time? We filthy casuals find it mind-boggling. No. I think most things... It's probably my own fault. I think most things are not that complicated. I think most things that sound complicated are really only complicated because people don't explain them well. You're already testing it? Alright, let me invite Beta, okay? So I can get other people on the stream. Ringer, are you here? Do you want to join? Or no? You're going to need to test on how many influence the beacon gives per second. I already did that. If you're testing individual beacons, here's the problem. Here's the problem. Is that before this entire thing happened, what I did was I went on Skyship, I stepped on one beacon, and I stayed there. And this is a thing I actually recorded. I went through every single map and I did this on every single beacon to see what the numbers were. And I was thinking of making it into a video, but what I found was really not interesting at all. It was very straightforward, so I didn't bother making it into a video. But what I found was 5 beacon maps, each beacon gives you 18 influence per minute, always. Every beacon. 3 beacon maps, each beacon gives you 30 influence per minute, always. Doesn't matter what beacon it is, doesn't matter what map it is. Without fail. And this is what I tested, and I confirmed this even earlier. So the problem actually happens, the discrepancy happens when you have multiple beacons, not when you just have one. It's not a single beacon influence rate. It's the fact that multiple beacons, double the beacons doesn't equal double the influence. And in fact, what happens is that one team controlling multiple beacons actually slows down the influence rate of the other beacons, of the enemy beacons. So we can have like 2 people on each team, I guess. You go boom. Okay. Sure. I'll invite you. You know what's going on, right? Optimus, are you on my friends list? I'm not showing the code because then I'll get like 7 billion people. Okay, nah, it's fine. We'll just test it. I already have plenty of people. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. Here's what we're gonna do. Both of Ringer and Beta, both of you, grab your 2 home beacons. I'm gonna go down the list. So grab the 2 home beacons, the one on the left and the one on the right. We will do the exact same thing, but we'll also grab the center beacon, okay? Oddfish, we don't really need more people. I think adding more people is just going to make it more complicated. I can already tell that, yeah, no. I think the more people that I add at this point, the less efficient it's going to be. You don't kill people. Just... Alright, you going for middle? I need someone to go right. Targe, you go right. Yeah. Beta, not that one. Not that one, Beta. This is what I'm talking about, dude. You simply don't understand what the rules are. You're supposed to have 2 beacons, I'm supposed to have 3. I told you specifically, one on the left, one on the right. Alright, we can... This is like the 3rd time we can swap out Beta. I'm sorry, man. Okay, 20 influence at 4 minutes. If we're getting... Hi. If we're getting 18 influence per minute per 3 beacons, we should be getting... You know it's real when I pull out the calculator. 18 times 3. 54 per 60 seconds. Which... It was, what, 20? So it should be 74 by the time we reach 3 minutes. But it's not gonna be. It was 20... Is it gonna be 74 by the time we reach 2.5 minutes? That would mean that it's taking 50% longer again. That might be the case. I don't think so. I think it's going to be less. Because in a minute... No, 65 by the time I was... So, at what point do we reach 74? 2 minutes and 12 seconds. So that took an extra 48 seconds. No, I'm sorry. It took an extra minute and 14 seconds. Or 18 seconds. 48 seconds past 30 seconds. That's very interesting. Testing how beacons... So there's a... What we're finding out is that when you have a single beacon, you get a certain influence per minute. But when you have double the number of beacons, you don't get double the influence, you get less. Significantly less. In fact, having multiple beacons slows down your influence rate by a lot. And I think this applies to all maps. But what we can do now is we can have... It says he's busy. It says he's in hangar. You have to go? Okay. Oh, no, he's talking to this guy. It says he's still in there. Alright, I'll just leave. Make a new room. Now you're confused. The score only pulsates for the enemy team? Yeah. Because it's meant as a warning that the enemy team's getting close to victory. Why would it warn you that you're getting close to victory? Okay. Boom, ringer, charge. Beacons are somewhat confusing. Well, they are now. They weren't before. Red team sees the pulsations while blue team doesn't. Yeah, it only pulsates if the enemy team is over like 80, 85. I don't know which one. Somebody switch over to the other team. I need one person on the other team. Okay. Is Revoker range necessary for Revoker Ember Hybrid? I don't know why it would be. Ember's max range with a max legendary range implant is 45, which is only 5 meters long. It's only 5 meters further than Revoker's base range without the implant. So I don't know why you'd use a Revoker range implant. That just makes it harder on yourself. Okay. So here's the goal. We're going to do the same map. Ringer, you grab the one beacon that's really close to you. The one on the left. We will grab all of the other beacons, and we're going to see what the influence rate is for that. Okay? Okay. Tarj, you go for middle, and then help me with the other beacon on the left. I will go for our home beacon, the left one, and then I'll also go for that one. And then, Boom, you go for the right one, okay? I'll assume everybody's on the same page. I'll have to see the full stream before this to understand what's going on. It's not that complicated. It's basically just there's a specific amount of influence that you get per minute for having one beacon, right? I mean, that makes sense. Obviously, there's some number. And what you would think would happen is that's just the number of influence that you get per minute for every beacon. Doesn't matter what beacon it is, you get the same amount of influence per minute. And this is true. Except for when you have multiple beacons. Because when you have multiple beacons, then you actually... Like, let's say you have double the beacons, you don't get double the influence rate. Which doesn't make any sense. That's the thing that's confusing me. When you own multiple beacons, it actually slows down the influence rate by a lot. But I don't... And that happens with 3 beacon maps when you have 2 versus 1. That happens with 5 beacon maps when you have 3 versus 2. I don't know if it happens for 4 versus 1, though. Let's see. 4 minutes, we have 43. It should be, what, 54? 43. It should be like 98, 97 in 30 seconds. So by the time it's 3:30, it should be 97 if the influence was 18 per minute per beacon. Or no, it wouldn't be. It wouldn't be that. It would take longer. That's my bad. It would take an extra 20 seconds. To be at 20, 320. That's interesting. You think it's going to make 1 influence per 1.3 seconds when you camp 4 beacons? Yeah, I mean, it ended in less than 2 minutes. It ended in less than 2 minutes with 4 beacons. Which is about right. Because that's like... Well, in 2 minutes, with 4 beacons, you should get 144 influence. And I think it is slower. I think the influence gain is marginally slower when you have 4 beacons. But I do think it is slower. This is why I play more deathmatch. Nah, CPC is actually interesting. This is very interesting. You'll check in the results tomorrow, okay. What I'll probably end up doing is I'll probably make a video. It might be a short one. But I want to send this to Plarium anyway, because I'm pretty sure this isn't supposed to happen. Because what's really annoying, actually, what's bothering me the most about this, I think we can leave. I think it's the same for all maps. What's bothering me the most about this is that it's not proportional. Like, it's not just like, oh, it's taking longer. Like, once you have multiple beacons, then it takes 50% longer to gain influence, which is what happens. When you have 2 beacons, let's say on a 3 beacon map, it takes 50% longer. When you have 2 beacons, it takes 50% longer to gain influence. Gain influence per minute per beacon. That's true. That is what happens. Exactly what happens. But the problem arises in the fact that the other team, when they have a 1 beacon versus your 2, they gain influence at less. It takes longer than 50% longer. Like, it takes even longer. It's like double. I think close to double or triple the time that it should be taking. I think it's closer to triple. It takes almost triple the time that it should be taking, whereas the multiple beacon people only takes 50% more. So that's what's really bothering me, is that it's not proportional. If it was proportional, then it would just be like a, oh, the match lasts longer type of thing. Stop. Anything to get Plarium to actually pay attention to what needs maintenance, not fix what ain't broke. Yeah, I mean, if it was proportional, I actually wouldn't mind it, because then it would just be like, oh yeah, basically it just makes matches take longer, which is like, that's fine, because most of the time matches end before the timer runs out anyway, so it doesn't matter. I think that's fine. But the fact that it's not proportional is actually like super unfair. I think it's super unfair. And yeah, it's got to be proportional, yeah. In order for it to be fair, it has to be proportional. But it's not fair. Maybe the extra beacon slows the enemy's influence. I mean, clearly, to some degree, it does. And I'll figure out exactly what that degree is at some point. I'll just have to watch the stream back. It's not... It shouldn't be that difficult. But it's difficult to do, like, in real time. You know? Like, it's difficult for me to, like, while we're doing it, figure out exactly what's going on. I can theorize about it, but the most effective way to analyze it is just to watch the footage, to go back, to be able to just, like, you know, pause it in certain places, scroll back 5 seconds, and just keep rewatching the same 5 to 10 seconds and figure out exactly what's going on there. So just being able to watch it later is mostly all that I need. I only play CPC for missions like daily or weekly, etc. But if I'm not doing any of the CPC missions, I'm playing either tournament or deathmatch 5v5. That's crazy. I don't know of anybody who plays 5v5 voluntarily. That's wild. I hate deathmatch modes because it's just about who has the better stuff, really. If it was promotional, I think you mean proportional. Matches would last less than 3 minutes. In a 3 beacon map, yes, it should last only like 3 minutes. Less than that. Yes. But, well, actually not. That's not true. No, if it was strictly, if the beacon influence was strict to where 1 beacon on a 3 beacon map gave you 30 influence per minute always, and then 2 beacons gave you 60 influence per minute. If that was the case, then yes, it would be less than 3 minute matches on 3 beacon maps specifically. But proportional simply means that if one team's gaining influence 50% slower, the other team should also be gaining influence 50% slower. That's what I mean by proportional. Right? Because it doesn't, like, at that point, it doesn't really matter if both teams are getting twice the influence that they should get. The team that was, you know, the team that would win would still end up winning because, you know, both teams are getting twice the influence. Just as like a random example. You played Mech Arena for about 5 years and recently deleted it because it's so pay to win. Okay. That's fair. I don't like 2v2 deathmatch because I always meet the higher SP constantly. I just prefer a game mode where, like, I could win by kills, but I could also win by influence. I think if it's strictly kills, that I don't know. I prefer objective-based game modes and not just kill-based ones. But that's just me. Luckily, I have money. Yeah, let's go. Okay. I mean, I'll invite for like one more match, I guess. A little bit. Well, I mean, you're basically the same as this guy, so. Whereabouts is pay to win? I mean, that's true. Mech Arena is pretty pay to win, Timo. Don't lie. I mean, let's be fair about this. To some extent, it's not, but ultimately, like, there is a level of hanger power, a level of hanger strength, let's say. The absolute topmost, strongest meta teams could not, like, you couldn't get there as a free-to-play player. It's not possible. And at that point, so, yeah, to that extent, yes, I would say a game is pay to win. Oh my goodness, I literally just got obliterated, dude. Fine. Stormrack and Revoker being free to play does help a lot, but it's mostly the mods, actually. The mods are the main thing at the moment. Because you really can't get them as a free to play player. There's a guy behind you. Oh, he's tripping, bro. The fact that it literally only just now shot. It's crazy, dude. I don't know how it managed to miss that many shots. It's more pay to win, but it does have lots of free-to-play things. Yeah, but that's not really... I think every game should. Like, the standard is that a game should be playable. Easily playable as a free-to-play player. Oh, I'm dead anyway, yeah. You have squad power of 9,000 plus as free to play. That was the end all mechs 4 or 5 stars. Got some legendary weapons and grinding became hard. I mean, grinding was always difficult. It's just the tournament mode, really. The tournament mode's really bad. I mean, I'm not gonna sit here and be like, you know, oh, you should enjoy the pace that you get. Nah, I mean, like, the pace is really slow after a point. Everything costs so much. Takes forever to get acorns and stuff. And if you don't like that, then don't. No, of course you shouldn't play it. That bot got top MVP. Okay, then. Warbots is full of hackers now, though. Yeah. Well, and also the Warbots meta changes like every 2 months, so if you're not buying the latest and greatest stuff, you're not even going to be able to hope to. Warbots has some upsides. I'd be tempted to play it sometimes and try to be a Warbots content creator as well. I actually would be tempted to do that if it weren't for the fact that their creator program is like, if you're in their creator program, you're not allowed to play any other game on your channel, like any competitor game, which would include Mech Arena, obviously. So, yeah. For that reason, that's kind of like an easy way for me to just like hard pass. Spartan, you gotta go? Alright, take care. Thank you for stopping by. The bots in that game were ridiculous. Yeah, now Warbots has some crazy stuff, dude. The power difference, like the performance difference is absolutely wild. Do I remember the era of pink star duplication? You didn't need to get it maxed in order to duplicate mechs. You just had to get it to rank 6. Fun fact, I duplicated my Redox right before they removed that. You thought Mech Arena was hard to grind? Oh, you haven't even played War Thunder? Yeah, that's probably true. Nearly home. I'm probably gonna stop the stream, to be honest, because I'm running out of... I have no combat points, really. This, I'm not really close to that. There's no events that I can really participate in, and I've just been having some really, really bad luck. I feel like I'm not really on it right now. I've been losing a lot, but it's okay. I'll play again some other time. One more battle and then stop the stream. We could do one more. Yeah, I got 30 battle points, whatever. Don't stop. Ah, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I think you just got here. I'm sorry, dude. You do love War Thunder? I played it for a little bit. It wasn't bad. Some modes better than others. You carry me. Nah, that's not the main reason that's not the main reason I want to stop. It's just kind of late already. It's like nearly 7 p.m. And I just kind of want to do other stuff. And I don't want the stream to be too long. I want to be able to download this thing and then look through it later. Figure out what's going on with that beacon situation, the influence. But yeah. Okay, it's 4v3 it looks like. It's unfortunate. Let's see what they got. On the East Coast, Michigan. I don't think that really counts as East Coast. It's close enough, I guess. But, yeah, I mostly just stream so that it, you know, just to kind of have something, because I did, I made like a kind of soft announcement in Discord in that like I pinged a notification role. If you don't have that notification role, then you wouldn't have gotten notified, but what is that, bro? Well, that's a Lancer with Javelin rack, it looks like. But yeah, I made an announcement on Discord and I put in a pinned comment on the latest video. I'm not going to upload the last of those normally. Those like spin the wheel challenge clips from that stream. I think that was a lot of fun. That stream was a lot of fun. I think those videos were entertaining, honestly. But they did really, really, really bad. All of them did. And I don't want to upload like 9 different videos that are all doing really, really bad. I think that wouldn't help me very much. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna upload all of them as unlisted to a playlist, so you can still watch all of them, but it's not gonna be, you're not gonna get notified of it. And I'll try to keep up with the 2 uploads per day though, because that is what I promised. But it's just gonna be other stuff, not that. Ow. What's happening over here, fellas? I am actually surprised that I did not kill that panther. That's crazy. That's a Redux? What in the world? I know it's a Redux, dude. I got him, let's go. Yeah, he freaking Angie. Get this guy. I can't even take his shield down, dude. But I can apply status effects, so at least it's easier for my teammates. Ow. You're freaking dead, bro. Watch out behind you. Why do you have no weapons on your panther, dude? We're cooked. We're so dead. We're so dead. My teammates, I don't know what they're doing. They have 1 guy left. Never mind, they have 2 guys left. They have 3 guys left. I lied. Oh, we're the one with 1 guy left. That's crazy, dude. What? I got melted by that. Oh, never mind. That was part. I thought I just got obliterated by a stasis beam, bro. Why does that panther have no weapons? It's an excellent question. It's an excellent question. I'm gonna play 1 more match. I cannot lose. I cannot leave on a loss like that. That's ridiculous. But I'm not relying on those teammates, bro. Hell no. I'll play it by myself. Freaking no-arm panther. Why is he even join? These are all bots. I'm not playing bots. Start with Guardian, you'll be lucky. I very much doubt that. Depending on the map, I might do it, though. 2v2. Brother. I'm gonna start with this. It's just too good, bro. This build is too good. I just gotta be more careful with it. I have to keep in mind that I have no mods, and all of these enemies have many, many mods at pretty high level. Except for the bots. The bots don't, but still. Okay. Should take care of you. Let's see. Gotta pick it up a little bit here. That is a guardian. He's cooked. This is a player. I can get him pretty easy. Those might even blow up and kill him? No, guess not. That should though. I think. Wow. I'm actually surprised. Surprised you managed to like dodge all of those. Okay. We can keep 3 beacons, should be fine. Move up a bit. He's dead. Oh, there's a... something. Dang it. He's not really in a position I can deal with. Is that a parasite bot? Or is that a no, it's a Scorpius. Or, Scorpius. Arachnos, dude. Can't talk. Okay, you should be fine. I don't want him to see me. As soon as he sees me is when he starts dropping his dome. Fun fact, shield bots. They activate their shield when they see someone who's shooting at them. When they take damage, and only if they see the person that shot them. Or if they see any enemy, I think if they take damage and they see any enemy. So you can avoid them activating their shields by just keeping out of sight. Very cool. It's the first time I've ever seen a Mech Arena content creator rage quit. It wasn't rage quitting, no. I leave bot matches a lot. So I leave bot matches because bots are way too easy and I don't want to be, like, I don't want to be given an easy win like that. I wanted to win against an actual player. Who do you think is the best mech in your hangar right now? This hangar? Aegis is the best that I have for sure. Pray this one battle doesn't turn into 7 more. Nah. I don't know what's been going on, dude. I lost so many matches today, but it's fine. We're finally done. When losing team only has 1 of 5 beacons, they gain influence only at 1/3 of base rate. So 6 influence per minute, meaning 1 influence per 10 seconds. Because the base rate for 5 beacon maps is 18 per minute. I just want to make sure that we're on the same page here. Yes, he says. Okay. That sounds very possible, yeah. It does seem like it does seem, yeah. It does seem very strange. You have a feeling the stream is about to end, so you're gonna head out? Alright. Take care. Yes, the stream is about to end. Doesn't happen when they have 2 of 5. 2 of 5, the influence rate is still slower, though. It's still slower, just not as slow, I think. Like, the influence rate compared to base rate. Because, when I had 3 of 5 beacons, we tested this. When I had 3 of 5 beacons, I was gaining influence at, like, 2/3 the rate. So I was taking, like, 50% longer to gain the influence that I should have been getting with that. With 18 per minute per beacon. And that was while I had the lead and had a 3 versus 2 beacon situation. But I tried all of it. I have it all in the stream somewhere, so I'll go back and look at it and see exactly what the numbers are and see exactly what's going on with that. I'll send it to the devs because I'm fairly certain that that's not supposed to happen, but we'll find out. I'll probably make a video about it too, but I'll try to include what the devs, like, what their input is on the situation first, so that, like, yeah, if they say anything about it, I can at least put that in the video and be like, this is what the devs think. But yeah, we'll see. Will you buy Killshot on this account? Probably not. I suppose it's technically possible, but probably not. Really, there's a lot of stuff that I still need to get, though. Like, I need to save Acoins for Orion and then Panther, and then I still kind of want to get a lot of Epic pilots, so that's a lot of Acoins right there. There's, like, some weapons and that I might get. What tier 6 weapons do I even want? 10 energy legendaries. I don't think I'd buy any 10 energy legendaries that cost Acoins, because that's kind of a waste. I get the ones for credits, some of them. 12 energy epics. Would I get any of those that cost Acoins? Maybe one. Like, if I had a bunch of Acoins and I just wasn't doing anything with it, but I kind of doubt that that's going to happen. So yeah, probably not. I guess it's mostly just the pilots and the 2 mechs. And then if I do happen to get close to tier 7, I might try to get into tier 7 just so that I can get Brickhouse, and that's the only thing that I'm gonna get. And I think that would just be it. Because I don't want to get another Surge Eclipse thing. That's pointless. I already have an account with those. He will not screw Killshot, yeah. It's unlikely that I get Killshot. I kind of don't need it for any reason, so. Is Redeemer worth upgrading? No, not really. Big Chungus, yeah. I really want an account where the brick house is actually useful. It's so bad, bro. I might max out my mods on my main account though for brick house. You don't know. I don't know. You have Slingshot. Come on, exactly. No, but I already have Redeemer as a scout, so I don't really need another one. But I suppose I could use another one. We'll find out. It's unlikely. If it does happen, it's not going to be for a very long time, so I don't think it's worth talking about right now. Anyway, yeah. Appreciate everybody for stopping by the stream. This was very interesting and educational moment. Real quick, you know what? I have a couple minutes, so I'll just like see what you guys. I kind of want to know what you guys think. So, first question: what did you guys think about the birthday stream, the challenge thing that I did then? Did you think that was fun? Was it fun to watch that? Or was it just kind of whatever? Would you prefer that I play on my free-to-play account? I guess that's the main question. What exactly? No, I'm asking about the stream that I did like a week ago. Exactly a week ago. Stream that I did for my birthday. Basically I was on my main account and I was doing like a challenge thing where like I'd spin the wheel and it'd give me a certain mech roll and a certain weapon roll, and then I'd put a full hanger of just those and then try to win a match versus a player with it. I thought it was pretty fun, but I want to know what you guys think about it. Do you like the free-to-play streams? You watched, but not that interesting. The cut ending was kind of annoying. Oh, you mean the videos? that was meant to just kind of be like a cliffhanger for like the next video. That's what it was meant to be. You enjoyed the challenge stream, watched most of it. You do some type of spin the wheel stream at least a couple times. Okay. Well, it seems, I mean, not everybody likes it. Most people, I think, would prefer free-to-play streams, obviously, but I don't know why, but hey-ho. But on that topic, though, what is a challenge that I could do during a stream that would be fun to watch as a stream and something I could maybe edit into a video later, like maybe one video? It could be something with like a spin the wheel thing. I think the problem with the spin the wheel thing is that basically like there was not really an end goal to it. It was basically just like I kept doing it until I got bored. And each individual one, it was basically just like a lot of individual challenges that were I think were fun, but yeah, it would be weird to put all of them into a single video. The Nuzlocke, you think? Do a free-to-play spin the wheel stream. That's like the most... Why would I do that? It's literally just the same thing but less interesting. Except for the fact that I just tack the free-to-play title to it and it's automatically like 3 times more interesting. Like, I don't... To me, it doesn't seem it. To me, it just seems like the same thing but lame. Like, more lame. Like, if I got freaking... And I'd be tanking, too. Like... I have, like, freaking Lancer with autocannon here, bro. The worst weapons on good mechs. That's something I could maybe do as a video, but... I'm talking, like... Like, if I'm streaming it, then I'd want something that would actually last an entire stream. So, like, at least 3 hours, 2 to 3 hours. Win a match with 0 kills and many assists. It's not the worst. Again, though, it's like it's a nice video idea. I actually have thought about like a challenge where like my goal is just to follow one bot, and my goal is to make that one bot as the top MVP by just like following it with like salver and whatever stuff. And I can't kill anything. I just have to try to make sure that that bot doesn't die. That was like a similar idea, but like it's good for a video. It would maybe only take like 45 minutes to record it though. You thought of an implant video, weapon implants versus mech implants. What do you mean? You want to expand on that? By the way, guys, just so you know, there's a place in my Discord now where you can suggest any type of video idea. If you want me to do something, the most likely way to get me to do it is to put it in Discord. Because, like, if you're just telling me during a stream, if you're just, like, giving me random ideas, I'm not going to write it down most of the time. So basically, by going to Discord, putting in the video ideas thing, it's basically just a way for me to go back, be able to go back and find it later. Because otherwise I'll probably just forget. Like, if it doesn't stand out to me as, like, a particularly, oh, this is a fantastic video idea. If it doesn't stand out to me as, like, a super, super particularly great idea, then I'll probably just forget about it. Best viable anti-meta hangers? Maybe, but I don't know what they would be, and, like, at that point, it would basically just be like a taking people's random build requests stream. You know what I'm saying? Because, like, again, it's like, what's the point of the stream at that? Like, what's the end goal? Because if I was going to edit it into one video, there probably should be, like, an end goal. It's a huge ask, I understand. No, I mean, it's not even that bad of a video idea, but, like, I don't know how I would turn that into a stream, you know? It's the sort of thing where it's like I could kind of brainstorm about it, write some things down, and then maybe make it into, like, a guide video of some kind, but I doubt it would be... I don't know if it fits very well into a stream format. Skill grind. Achievements. Ray, hello. Not really interesting. Yeah, nah, I haven't been much for achievements. I want to say unhinged stream, so basically just Sentry stream. Protect the president. The problem with custom matches is that nobody follows the rules. We found this out last time. Everybody thinks, oh, custom matches would be fun. I can think of this, that, and the other thing we could do with custom matches. And then as soon as you try it, it's freaking everybody's doing their absolute damnedest to get around the rules and cheat the system so that they can get their 2 minutes of fame on the top MVP board of one match. That's like... Yeah, no, the last time I tried customs, nobody was following the rules, so I don't plan on doing that again anytime soon. Go Sentry. Nah, he doesn't play this game anymore. Squid Game, but in Mech Arena. Sounds like something I could probably do with some friends. But again, if I'm relying on random people that I don't know who are watching the stream in a custom match, there's always going to be people who are ruining the entire thing by not following the rules, so I just don't want to rely on that. It's like everything sounds fun in theory, but yeah. Let's put custom matches on the side, okay? Let's just ignore the possibility of custom matches. What is something that I could do by myself? Is there a way to post stream hangers at Discord? No. Just do them under the most recent Dream Hangers video, correct? Yeah. I used to have a place on Discord as well, but the thing is, like... it was annoying. It was annoying. Because then it's like, you know, how many times do I take it from Discord? How many times do I take it from the comments? It was hard to kind of find a balance between those. And then, like, for YouTube comments, it was easy to kind of put, like, a sort of time frame on it, I suppose. It's easy to put a time frame on it because I could just, like you said, just put it under the most recent Dream Hangers video. And so I'll just check the comments with the keyword under that video, and then I'll pick some hangers from there, and that's good. But then on Discord, like, how far back do I scroll? Like, how far back is a fair amount to scroll back? Because, like, potentially I'm scrolling like months back, whereas for the video it's only like a week or so. Speaking of Dream Hangers, I actually haven't done one in a little bit. I had one recorded, but the audio is very messed up, so I'm probably going to do something else with that. Ranking Dream Hangers? Based on what? Which one's the most meta? Can only hit one button at a time. That would be... So I could never sprint. I don't know how... Maybe? I feel like if I had a camera that was like proving that I was only hitting one button at a time, that would be fine, but... I guess you couldn't really tell otherwise. Sprint on mobile? Well, I'm not on mobile, I'm on PC. But yeah. Justin, hello. How are you? I don't know. I'll think about it. I might even do a Dream Hangers stream. And just kind of see how it goes. The problem is that I know as soon as I do it, people are gonna try to put their Dream Hangers in the chat, and they're also gonna try to put it in the comments of the stream, even though that's not where it belongs, you know? But maybe. And a lot of people, actually, I put a poll up on YouTube. A lot of people voted not to do that. So, I don't know. Full influence from each beacon if enemy has no beacons. Two-thirds influence from each if enemy has some beacons. One-third influence from each if enemy has 2 of 3 or 4 of 5 beacons. Is that true? Because I that might be true. I'm gonna take a screenshot of that chat message. And then I'll figure it out myself. I'll do the calculations myself. Obviously, if I'm going to make a video about it and I'm going to talk about it, I don't want to be going off of someone else's calculations. So I'll do it myself. But yeah, if you're right, then you're right. We shall see. We do a randomizer. If you do Dream Hangers as a stream, do a randomizer to see who gets to say their Dream Hanger. I don't think so. The problem is, okay, here's the thing. Now, a randomizer in terms of like whose hanger gets picked is not the worst idea. The problem is, like, for one thing, well, okay, so the main thing is I don't want people spamming their Dream Hanger in chat. And the reason is because Dream Hangers are notoriously long. And so basically I would just have like potentially 20 to 30 people just spamming a giant paragraph over and over and over and over again, make it impossible for me to read anything in the chat. Right? So I don't want to do that. I could potentially do it where I pick a random comment from the last video, right? And people could comment on that video, and I would potentially potentially get it. But yeah, I want to avoid stream spam as much as possible. And I don't want them really spamming my comments section either, to be honest. I don't know. We'll see. Might try that. I think the randomized aspect of it would keep people watching, you know, in hopes that maybe theirs is actually going to be in there. Because if they know that theirs isn't there, then I think a lot of people would just leave. And then, but so maybe there's some value to that. Multi-themed stream. Yeah, that's another idea. Yeah. Every 20 minutes to spin a wheel to decide what the theme would be. Yeah, but with the what kind of themes could I have? Pick a random comment and play with whatever hanger they used for 2 games. Then move on to the next. Maybe. Again, okay. Again, there's another problem. Well, it can't have anything to do with chat messages. I can't be picking random chat messages because I don't really have any way to pick chat messages from the stream, I don't think. Well, actually, that might not be true. Hold on. Don't I have... I have Nightbot somewhere. Uh-oh. I don't know. Oh, here it is. I was gonna say, I thought I had it in a tab here. Okay, hold on. I mean, there is this. Does this even work? I haven't tried it yet, I don't think. Does Nightbot work? It does not. Very cool. Oh no, it does. It's not capitalized. Bleh. No, you gotta go. Okay. Take care. Stormwreck or Revoker first? Probably Stormwreck. For most people, Stormwreck is better, I think. No, still doesn't work. That's unfortunate. Oh well. I think there's a thing that I can do, though. Hold on. Yeah, I did, bro. What do you mean? Does this work? Nope, still doesn't work. Ah, whatever. I don't care. Yeah, I could probably get a chat thing to work, but even still, I don't want people to be spamming. I don't want people to be spamming it, so... Are you gonna get Revoker 10 and 6 on this account? I mean, yeah, probably. It's just not top priority. Recoker now. Oh, okay. Recoker is a brawler weapon, yeah. I'd rather use pods over storms due to the reload time and implants connected to both weapons. That's fair. At this SP, my pod guns are doing way better than my Stormax are. But later down the road, the Stormax are gonna be way better. You're gonna have to just trust me on that, honestly. I mean, you can base it off of like my late game, like my videos with like late game stuff. When you have good pilots and good implants on both, the Stormax do way better than the pod guns do against like high level enemies. If you want to join the Discord, just do it through the description. Yeah, I know, but I had a command thing set up with the Nightbot, but I don't know what's going on with it. Oh well. It's fine. Anyway, yeah. What was I checking that for? I don't remember. Oh, there it is, brother. It just took a freaking day and a half. It's about time, bro. Yeah, it works now. But anyway. Yeah, I think someone was like, someone was suggesting like just use somebody's hanger for like 2 battles. Yeah, maybe I could do that. Just like basically just kind of rate the hanger. But the unfortunate thing is that there are some things that I can't really use, right? And there's some things where it's like people's hangers work well at their SP, but I'd have to be using this on my main account. But they wouldn't work well at my SP. Like, let's say, I mean, Podgun Aegis, just as an example, works phenomenally at this SP. But if I use it on my main account, I don't think it would do very good, you know? So it's just one of those things where it's like, does it work late game? No, but does it, does it work at their SP? Yeah, sure. So I don't really, that's the problem that I have with giving people advice on their hangers, is that I don't know what SP they are half the time. Timmy, you're back? Oh, okay, welcome back. But yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'll make a note of some of these ideas. Maybe do it some other time. Could be interesting, But yeah, I wanna avoid people spamming, that's for sure. Also, okay. Question to anybody to anyone who actually watched those videos from the random wheel stream. For anyone who watched those videos, how annoying was the chat box that's off on the left here? Because I really feel like that chat box could stand to be a lot smaller. You know? You don't mind? I'm trying to select this thing. Can I? You gonna go, Mimicker? Okay, okay, okay. I don't know. I might even just hide it. I think nobody even watches. I think nobody even looks at that chat box for any reason. So I might even just hide it and make it easier when I edit it into a stream. So it's like not in the way. You know what I'm saying? Your Epic Storm reload is level 4 and the difference is only 3 seconds, but it's so much better than no reload. It's probably true. I wouldn't spend A coins on an Epic reload, but if I had an Epic reload, I would definitely use it. We can hide it ourselves individually. No, 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 no. I mean the chat that's on the screen. I mean the chat that's on the screen to the left, like right above me, usually. So it's like up here. And there's like the chat that's scrolling through. I feel like it's kind of not worth putting there. Yeah, I don't think anybody like even bothers looking at it, so. You got it and epic damage from implant crates. That's cool. Nice. Michael Ross, hello. How are you? Ace. Happy Mother's Day. Oh, is that what today is? Welcome. Everybody tell your mom Happy Mother's Day if that's what today is. I wouldn't know. Out of every video you've made, what's your favorite? Well, that's an interesting question. I think my favorite would have to be one that I really enjoyed recording and really enjoyed editing. Probably one of the challenge ones. The challenge videos don't usually do very good. Let me think. Let me look here. I'm just on my dashboard right now. Let me go to playlists, challenges, videos. No. No. No, no. No. Maybe. I don't know. Most of the more recent challenge videos have been good. I think a lot of my older ones were kind of eh. They were okay, but not the best. Bayu, hello. Open chest. These? I'll save them for some other time. I don't really need it right now. You have the same Aegis with the same skin? Yeah. We got the skin for free, right? That was the event. Or was it promo code? I don't remember which. It cost 1 credit, yeah. But, yeah. That was interesting. Alright, fellas. Well, I'm probably gonna call it here. For good this time. For an end hanger debating between Panther or Solus with Podgun 16, which one would you choose? I have not seen anyone use a late game Panther in a long time. I see a lot of Solus though, so if you want competitive, yeah, I'd go with Solus. But, yep. Appreciate y'all for stopping by. I'll maybe I might stream again sometime kind of soon. I got some time for now. Got some time off, so might have a couple more streams than usual, but we'll see. Yeah, appreciate y'all for stopping by. Take care.